I've suffered with anxiety for quite some time now. And what I think is interesting is now that I know what it is and I've experienced it, I can look back at my life and go, oh, wow, I was probably suffering with that a long time ago before I even realized. Like I have really vivid memories of being a teenager, lying in bed and unable to sleep because my whole body felt worried. Like my whole body would be consumed with worry, and I couldn't put to words what I was worried about. I just felt worried. And now I look back at that and go, oh, okay, that's probably what was going on back then. And also, I also had bad asthma as a kid, and I was scared of that. I was very sort of worried about having bad asthma attacks. And so when any time an asthma attack came along, I actually probably ended up having a panic attack as a result of feeling like my asthma was taking over. But we didn't really realize it until 2019. I was busy doing life, doing work, doing church planting, being a parent, and I just suddenly hit rock bottom. I felt so ill. I felt so tired, and I came home from work one day and phoned the doctor and said, I need to come in. I think there's something wrong with me. I'm really, really tired. I can hardly get out of bed, and I can hardly move. And so I went to the GP, and they did all the tests. They did the blood tests and everything like that. And they said, there's nothing physically wrong with you. And I was like, are you kidding? Like, I feel awful. How can there be nothing physically wrong with me? And then we started having a conversation about it, and all of my symptoms, I had a really tight chest, I had heart palpitations, I was physically feeling both restless and exhausted at the same time. And the doctor was like, I think you're suffering with anxiety. And so amazingly, I got the support I needed. I was signed off work for 6 weeks so I could sort of recover and learn about anxiety, get some therapy, get some medication, and then ended up back at work. And over the last few years, I have had, the occasional day or two off because of my anxiety where it's come too strong. And then at the beginning of this year, as I mentioned a few weeks ago, it really hit again in a really strong way. And ended up having a few days off work again, was put on some medication. To be honest, those few days back in February, I've never felt worse. So, for me, I was like, wow, this is a whole new experience. My body feels completely overtaken by the feeling of worry. And again, I couldn't really put into words what I was specifically worried about. It wasn't like, if I fix this situation, this is going to go away. It was like, from head to toe, my body was feeling worried, and I just didn't know how I was going to get through the day because I just couldn't think about anything other than the feelings that were in my body.